Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, friends, and a very special welcome to author Laura Strachan. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Miriam. So honored to be here.
I'm so excited for you. This is the launch of your second children's book. Now, how does that feel to know that you're a two-time children's book author?
It feels so incredible, and I know I couldn't have done this without you, Miriam, and your team. I just knew when I met you that you were the person I needed to write this story with, and I thank you.
Oh,
It's the rewards way out. The rewards outweigh the challenges.
oh, you're so sweet, Laura. It's been such a pleasure to work with you. But I want to know more about your second book and about your journey. I know that our aspiring authors who are watching, our authors who are watching this interview want to know. Can you please tell us? Okay, let's show, first of all, everybody your book and tell them the title of the book.
This is Pickles the Mermaid, Rainy's Journey.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, what is the book about and who would you say it's for?
So this is a picture book. It's written for ages 4 through 8, but the message of this book is a little bit more sensitive. So I've targeted a little bit older, ages 6 or 8 and above. But any, child can understand it. You just would have to like talk to kids at different levels about this story. So Rainy's Journey is a story of Rainy the mermaid, and she's a mean mermaid. She was a bully in the first story, and so I really just look at how what makes her that mean. Why is she so mean? In fact, I asked my sister's kids at Christmas, why is Rainy so mean? And they said, oh, she's an orphan. And I said, oh, so of course she's an orphan in the story. So I listen to kids, but she's like a dark cloud. She's, lurks around. She's alone. She's the outcast of the community, and she loves to just make fun of others. And so she was, a really good character to work with. And I'm looking at her inner thoughts this time, and how one small act of kindness from Pickles, the mermaid, shifts everything inside of her. And this perspective, you can hear her thoughts and you can feel her heart as she
Mm.
grows and transforms in the story. So it's a really beautiful story of transformation, empathy, and looking at someone who gets this warm and happy feeling inside, and she doesn't know what it is. So it's really
Mhm.
about that feeling. And it's this feeling of kindness that she has to understand what is that? What is that
Mhm.
feeling? And so it's a beautiful story that unfolds with many twists and turns, and beautiful new characters in the story as well that help her along her journey.
Yes. And I really enjoyed actually that part of the book where she doesn't understand that feeling and then the second time around she identifies it and it's so great. You wrote it so beautifully, Laura. What is it that you hope that kids and parents will take away from this book?
So my hope is that parents and kids will um, take this like as a mentor text. It's such a great example of someone that can recognize harmful behavior, reflect, take responsibility, and choose to be better. So I want kids and parents to know that love and community and self-awareness is all important in this process, and to be kind, be brave, and let your heart shine.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, you did a great job with this book. I want to point out that this is your second children's book in the series, Pickles the Mermaid. So what inspired you to write this second book? Is there a moment or is there an inspiration that you thought I need to write a second book? And then I love that it's from the perspective of the other character, the bully character from the first book.
Thank you. So, first of all, my parents are 91, and I'm so lucky to have both my mom and dad. And so, when I came to your conference and Believe Live, I signed up, and I just had no clue what I was going to write. I just knew I could do it because you helped me the last time. And I wanted them to still be alive. And I didn't tell them that I had dedicated the book for their love and their inspiration and their guiding light they have been in my life. And so then also I needed a why, because I always can't really connect to a story unless I have a purpose. So my purpose in the first story, my son was bullied, and so there was a bully in the story. Well, this why came from my daughter this time, and it was from a personal experience of the ripple effect of kindness. And my daughter, Suzanne, it was just a simple act of kindness that she did. She sat with someone alone at a cafeteria in the eighth grade. But this ripple effect of kindness changed hearts and lives. This student was really withdrawn. The parents didn't know how to help her. The teachers were at their wits' end. And the student was leaving that week to go to a new school until that one small act of kindness.
Wow.
And yeah, she actually stayed at the school, became an integral part of the community. And so that really affected me because I once I had the why, I could write the story. And then in the first story, Pickles the Mermaid, this was my first story.
Yes.
So, well, Pickles is kind to the bully at the end, and Rainy's about to swim away. And that one act of kindness is what shifts everything in her heart. And I just see how that kindness can just really just save the world. If people could understand, even these small acts can make a huge impact. And so that was my whole premise of the story. And it was so exciting to see it unfold. So it's really been it's so fun writing this story.
Wow, wow. Okay, I love hearing the backstory to how you wrote both books. First book was inspired by your son, I think you said, and then the second book by your daughter, and you connected the two stories so well. So, friends, of course, you have to go buy that first book so that you can see the sequence of things. But you can also, of course, go buy this book today. It's available today on Amazon. So, Pickles the Mermaid, Rainy's Journey. Beautiful, beautiful book, but go find the other one also, which is Pickles the Mermaid. You've got the hardcover, I've got the soft cover here, and it's also available in ebook format.
And I also want to point out that I am giving the proceeds of this launch today on the 21st goes to Sylvia Morrison, my author friend who's a
Oh,
mentor in my life. And she's a wonderful humanitarian and lives in Ghana, and she supports children there. And I have been supporting her since I met her, and I really wanted to continue supporting her community there. So I'm delighted to share that your purchase today will go to Sylvia Morrison and to her community to help children in Ghana.
that's a beautiful extra reason why today is the day, friends. Go grab a copy of this book. The work that Sylvia Morrison does in Ghana changes lives. She builds schools for the children there. She's in the community, living with them and just supporting and helping them. So, what a nice thing to do for all of us to know that the purchase of the book today is going to be going there. And so generous of you, Laura. So, thank you for that. I want to know, how was the process different now that this is your second book? So, how was it different from the first book?
Well, it was so much faster this time. I couldn't believe it. I started in January, and I actually had to wait because I was wanting to start sooner, but your October filled up before I could sign up. And so when January came along, it was funny because I had written so many different stories, and um, it for some reason it just miraculously came together right when the class started. And I think it was just that knowing that I would have Sharon to help me again, and she's wonderful. Your editor is just incredible. I have so many blind spots when I'm writing, and she just like opens my eyes to so many what ifs. Like, what if this could happen? And what if, I just, so it really went smooth. And I really attribute that to you, Miriam, because you have created this wonderful blueprint. And so we know step by step, each step, and we just focus on one step at a time. And I feel like your team, that you just hold our hands, and I love that you give us an author coach. Thank you, Maggie Sullivan, for being my coach for 2 years. And you built in these mastermind groups where you have community, and we can all learn from one another and grow. And I never miss a meeting because I learn so much when I'm in those meetings, because as you're helping another person, I learn from them as well. So thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. I am blessed with an amazing team. So I agree with you on that one. We have amazing editors, amazing coaches, and the team is so good at MLP. I feel blessed to work with them. So thank you, Laura, for that. Now, I want to ask you a little bit more about this journey for you. What would you say this second time around was the biggest challenge when writing this book?
So the biggest challenge for me when I submitted my first edit was Sharon. She's like, "Well, you're telling the story, but you're not showing me the
Mm.
story. So the show, not tell." So that was something I had to really work on developing. But after that first edit, it was so easy because she just pointed out places where I could really get that because the illustrations, and I'm so grateful. I have the same illustrator, Michelle,
Yes.
and she's just a master at creating the artwork. It's just so beautiful. And so really that show not tell comes also from the illustration. So it's a learning process, and I just started writing a year ago. So this is all new, and I've grown so much as a person, way beyond my dreams, beyond just publishing. So it's been a fantastic journey for me.
Mm. I'm so glad that you mentioned your illustrator. I love her illustrations. I love the colors from both books. Completely different, right? We've got the green theme with pickles, and now we've got the purples. I love it all. So kudos, great job to Michelle Simpson, the illustrator. Now, how does this feel for you, Laura? You said you just started writing a year ago, a year and a little bit, and now you have two published children's books. How does that feel for you?
I feel elated. I feel so much gratitude in my heart. I never, thought my dreams could become like two books in one year, but the power of intention is so amazing because last year when I published on August 22nd, I wrote that my second story is going to be published August 21st. And so I had that like vision a year ago, and then it was funny because I kept telling my author coach I'm supposed to do this in August, and I know it's been on my vision. And then all of a sudden the ML team said, "Hey, we got an opening on this day," and it was August 21st. And I was like, yes. So it's really amazing how your visions can come true and your intentions.
Oh, I love that. I think friends, okay, we're listening, right? We're taking notes for ourselves also. Put it out there. The power of intention, it can happen. It happens as we see with Laura. Something like the launch date of your book, like that, intend everything in your life, plan everything in your life. I always say we are holding the pen. We get to write what happens next, right? So, Laura, you were holding the pen there, August 21st, and here we are celebrating your second children's book. So I also want to know, Laura, we have a lot of authors that watch these interviews. What piece of advice do you have for somebody thinking about writing their second children's book?
Well, I think really just find your why and connect with that why because the story will write itself once you have a why. And then you can keep focused on why you're doing this. And so then it fuels you to write your story if you have a deep why. So I
Mhm.
really think connecting with your why is so important.
Okay, very good. So, friends, you know what to do. We're going to all go to Amazon today and purchase a copy of Pickles the Mermaid, Rainy's Journey. And you've got a character there. I love that. She's
Yeah,
already a
Rainy
plushie.
here, and this was the other. This is Pickles
Pickles.
and Rainy.
Beautiful, beautiful. But it's important to buy the book today because the proceeds are going to Ghana, Sylvia Morrison's humanitarian work in Ghana. So I love that. So besides going to Amazon, Laura, where can our viewers find you?
So my website is www.laurastrachanbooks.com, and they can buy the purchase there as well. And it goes directly to Amazon. And I'm on Facebook at Laura Strachan Author and on Instagram at Laura Strachan Author.
Perfect. Well, I love seeing everything that you post. So, friends, make sure to go find her on social media channels. I love your energy, Laura. Every time I've met you now a couple of times in person, I love who you are, what you stand for. And that resonates. That comes across in your children's books. So, I'm excited for everybody to get to read these amazing children's books. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add or anything that you wish I would have asked you?
Yeah, so mostly I just want to add how much gratitude I have in my heart for you, Miriam, and your team, and all the people that are here watching right now for my publishing mastermind group 13 and group 18. Um, we and all the friends I've met through your community. I have really grown from this huge community, and I continue to support the authors every time that they launch. I love it because I know what it's like being here and being new and but I just love that about your community. Every step of the way, I've gotten answers on anything I've ever needed and even more. So thank you all just for being here and for being a part of this incredible community. And Miriam, I just know I'm going to ever be around forever with you because I love you all so much. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that so much. One of the things that you said was you want to bring kindness to the world and that we can change a child's life. I truly believe that with children's picture books, we can do that. We can change the world with children's picture books. So thank you for writing another amazing book. All right. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, friends, for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye bye.
Thank you.